Goes without saying, it's been a very emotional 24 hours for our team, for our coaching staff, for our players. When we found out about Coach Grant not returning next year, to shed some light for you guys in terms of our progression going forward. Last night we met as a team, and it was determined prior to our invitation to the NIT that we wanted to play in, that we wanted to move forward and get a chance to extend our season. It's a reward to get a chance to play in the postseason. For guys like our senior Levi sitting right next to me, 3 out of the last 4 years they've had the opportunity to play in the postseason. So we want to continue to do that. In terms of Coach Grant, speaking with him and our staff, he wanted us to move forward with the team and prepare them to play whoever our opponent may be. I certainly, from my perspective, was going to get that blessing from him. My loyalty lies to Coach. I've known him since I was 18 years old and playing for him when he was an assistant. He means the world to me, and we are excited to get the opportunity to take what he's built here at Alabama and try to extend it into the postseason. We play a very challenging foe in Illinois. It's a team that went 9-9 in the Big Ten and won 19 games, was right on the bubble to make the NCAA tournament. I think anytime you're dealing with NIT games, you're dealing with teams, including Alabama, that can win games in the NCAA tournament. So it's going to be very challenging. They play with tremendous confidence and swagger, and it's a team that offensively really likes to get up and down the court and do some specific things in the half court in regard to their ball screen motion and whatnot. I can get into specifics as we move forward with Illinois.
Thanks, Coach. Go ahead and take questions. Just raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you. Start right here, and then we'll go our way over.
And just from talking to Coach Grant, how is he right now? How is he taking everything? Just where is he?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into personal conversations that I've had with Coach or that our team or staff has had with him. I'll go back to what I said in the opening statement. It's been an emotional 24 hours. We've got tremendous internal leadership on this basketball team. One of those guys is sitting right here next to me. And we had a vision. We call it vision over circumstance. That's what we've always termed it, and that's what we're going to have here going in the NIT.
Levi, can you just kind of talk about your emotions? How did you find out? What was the kind of conversations like with Coach Grant yesterday?
Like Coach Brannen said, we're not going to get into personal conversations, but it's an emotional time. I think it's unheard of to have lost your coach and still make the postseason. So, I know he'll be happy for us. He wants us to keep going, keep playing. And like he always told us, he taught us a lot. You're never a victim. You always have to believe in yourself and believe in what you started to process. And we just want to keep building on the things that, he laid the foundation for.
Let's go back to Michael, and then we'll go to Mark.
Were you surprised to hear that Coach Grant was let go?
Yeah, I was very surprised because we lost our leader. We've been here with him for 4 years. I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for him. He's the big reason why I came. So he taught me a lot. So it was a big surprise for him to not be here.
Did it feel like over the last month that this was a possibility that you guys were in a way playing for his job?
Coach Grant never makes it about himself. It's not about him. He always thinks about us. What's best for the team, what's best for the coaching staff. I think, if anybody knows him, he thinks about himself last. So, he always wanted to put us in the best position, put us in the position to win. Despite everything that we've been through, the adversity, the injuries, he always has us right there where we need to be. So as far as that question goes, we just try to do the things, like I always say, try to do the things that Coach asks us to do.
And for Coach, it's kind of a similar question. Did it feel over the past month that this was a situation, a scenario that could be playing out?
Was never discussed. It never permeated at all inside our program. The focus was absolutely what Coach has always said it's been, and the focus has been on getting better and accomplishing the mission for the next game. And the focus of our players and our staff has never wavered off that, despite any of the circumstances, through injuries, through close losses, through victories. It stayed the same.
Mark.
Coach, you talked about how emotional it's been. Just how do you rally the guys and get them ready for tomorrow's game?
Well, you know, I think that we've got a group that's a veteran group that have played together for quite a while and that have a tremendous belief in what Coach Grant and the foundation that he's built, and has tremendous belief in each other. And so to rally them, that's not the difficult part. They'll be ready to go. We've got a short window here to prepare for a very good team walking into our building, and I would fully expect that we'll be prepared for that. But from an emotional state, Levi put it best. You know, we don't play the victim role. You know, we'll move forward.
Let's go over Matt and we'll go to Alex.
And just in terms of yesterday, the email came through whatever time during the course of the afternoon. I think it was like around 4 o'clock. When did you guys find out yesterday, and how did you guys find out?
We met with Coach Grant as a coaching staff, and then met with Coach Battle, and then we also met with our guys. Coach Grant met with the team, and then Coach Battle came in and met with the team as well. I'm not going to get into specifics of the conversation.
Michael, we'll go to Alex.
You said there was a decision to come on the team to play. Was it something that was discussed? Was it ever a thought that you might not want to play after this?
I think as far as the competitor goes, and just knowing how the things that Coach Grant has instilled in us, it wasn't a question whether or not, you know, we were going to play or not. Because knowing him, I know that he would want us to play, and because it opens up more opportunities for us and for the program.
It's not slightly unrelated. No, there are experimental rules, the NIT. How do you prepare for that, among other things?
Is that for coach or?
Yeah, for coach.
The 30-second shot clock, whatnot. In practice, when's the last time we had a 35-second shot clock in practice? We don't do it. So from a standpoint of preparation there, it's the same as we've always done. And that's the thing. We're going to prepare as we've always prepared. And that's the important thing, and these guys understand that, and that's the vision that our staff has communicated to them, and that'll begin this afternoon.
Levi, I wanted to get your reaction to waning fan support in the last couple of years, really, for Coach, and even you see it in the stands. The fans just haven't been showing up for the home games. What's your reaction to all that been?
Well, as far as that, you know, we just try to focus on what we're doing on the court. We try to focus on the things that, like I always say, that Coach Grant asked us to do, and the things we need to do to win the ball game. We can't determine or predict how the fans are going to be. We just want to go out there and try to accomplish the mission as a team, together, you know, the coaching staff and the players. So it's a basketball game, and no matter if the fans come or if they don't come, we're going to still be on the court playing together.
Had you heard like the chirping from fans on Twitter and stuff like that?
I try to stay out of all that extra stuff because we have a bigger mission, we have a bigger picture to accomplish. You know, we're here to play basketball. We're not here to follow the media or whatever is being said on the outside.
Let's do a couple more questions, Matt.
And Levi, you said you're surprised. I'm sure you've talked to other guys on the team. What's the general consensus among the teams in terms of how do guys as a whole feel right now, just in terms of the whole situation?
I mean, it's very emotional because we lost our leader. We lost the coach that we've had for a long time, somebody we looked up to, a father figure, a role model. So it's an emotional time for everybody. But you know, everybody's excited to be able to continue the season and be able to put an Alabama jersey on one more time. So we're going to try to represent it as well as we can.
Go to back, Sam.
Coach, obviously, postseason means more games, more chances for your young guys to keep getting better and all that kind of thing. Talk about the postseason experience and how valuable it is to kind of give some of the younger guys a chance to play the postseason.
The postseason, you know, as I said before, is a reward for your regular season performance in terms of getting an opportunity to extend your season. From our staff's perspective, it's vitally important for Levi Randolph, Rodney Cooper, and Dakota Slaughter to get a chance to put on that jersey as many times as we can. It's also important for our young guys that continue to develop and get an opportunity to play for a championship. You know, we talked about playing for championships. You know, in the 6 years that Coach Grant has led this program, of the 4 postseasons, you know, 2 of those NIT were #1 seeds, meaning the equivalent of today would be like the first 4 out. So you're dealing with a tremendous amount of success and the opportunity to play for championships, albeit in the NIT, and then one opportunity to play in the NCAA on a consistent basis. And these guys have earned that. They deserve our best. That's what they'll get. And I know it'll go hand in hand. I know they're excited about playing, and I think it's important to the entire program that we move forward with it.
Let's do one last question if there is one. Anything else? All right, thanks guys.